Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to address another error code that I've been getting on my information center. And the code is P0335, I think, which points to the crankshaft position sensor, which makes sense because the car's been stalling every once in a while. And I've noticed some trouble starting. It just seems to crank a lot forever on occasion. So I've already done it, but I'm going to go backwards in time here and show you a little bit of what I've been working on and how to get that done, how to get to the crankshaft position sensor on the Hemi engine. It's on the passenger side. You have to move the starter out of the way to get to it, so let's see how it goes. So to get to the crank position sensor, you've got to at least move the starter out of the way. So I started out by disconnecting the battery completely, since it has a hot wire straight to this starter. Now there's 3 bolts you have to remove to get the starter off the transmission housing. I've already done one. This is the top one here, and this one right here looks like it might give me some trouble just because it's hard to get anything in there. Once we do that, we can move the starter forward a little bit and then hopefully get access to that crank position sensor. So I've got 2 of the 3 15mm bolts out. We're going to go for the last one now. So now, the starter should come loose. And oh my gosh, guys, this is like the lightest starter I've ever felt. I guess I'm so used to that humongous thing in my Suburban on the diesel that this is pretty amazingly light. So the idea here is to kind of maneuver this so you can push it out of the way and see the crank position sensor. I need to get a better angle before I can do that. So you can see here I've got the starter pushed up out of the way, and there is our crank position sensor. You just gotta see if I can zoom in on it there. So it's a typical, there's a little tab you've got to move over, and then you can squeeze on the back of it to pull it off. I'll pull the connector off, and then we'll undo that 10mm bolt, and it should come out pretty easily. So let's see if we can get it done. Alright, we've got it unplugged. So we can get that out of the way and then get something in there on that 10mm. I'm gonna have to wiggle it a little bit to get it out. A little bit of a twist. There we go, it's coming. There's an O-ring on here that can get caught up in the hole. I don't want to leave it in there. It's wiggling freely now. Got a small screwdriver or something, you can probably use that to pry a little bit. I personally do not want to crawl back out from underneath my car to get anything else. So I'm just going to keep plugging away until I get it to come out. all sorts of stuff falling out of this space here. Alright, let's see if I can get a pocket knife blade under there or something. Stay tuned. Okay. Finally got the old one out. That O-ring is pretty nasty. Alright, let's get the new one. There's what the new one from the auto parts store looks like, from O'Reilly Auto Parts, for those of you that care. I shop there a lot for both this car and my Suburban, but I also get stuff off Amazon, and if my local O'Reilly doesn't have what I need, I go to one of the many other auto parts stores in my town. So let's see how this guy does. The brand name on this one is BWD. And I want to make sure none of that old gasket or old O-ring is left over in the hole. And it looks like there might be, so we'll see if I need to get that out or not. I'm going to be really careful about that. Okay, new sensor is in, tightened down, and the plug is back in place. So we will put the starter back on now and reconnect the battery. Should be all done. Hey guys, it's the next day. The crankshaft position sensor project is done. I drove the car to work today. Everything's working fine. It was about a $26 repair. So I'm guessing if I took it to a repair shop, if I took it to a dealership, it probably would have cost over $150, maybe a little less at some local repair shops. So I feel like I saved a lot of money. It was pretty easy to do. It took me about an hour and a half, but that's everything, from getting the garage kind of cleaned up so I could get the car in there part way, and crawling around on the floor of my garage and everything like that. If you had a lift or more garage space, I'd say this is a 15-minute to half an hour project. So everything's done with this. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare for the video because it was sort of unexpected, and I wanted to get that repair done quickly. So sorry if the video is not as good as the usual quality, but we'll do better next time. If you like the video, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you like this and other videos I've been doing. And I will keep the videos coming. Talk to you later.